hello, long time no talk, which is why I'm on here, because I received a lot of messages being like, is she okay? And I've realized I haven't done an update in a long time, but really it's no news is good news here. But I do feel like I need to pop on and just give a little update. I wasn't expecting these videos to reach as many people as they did, and I'm happy that they have, and I'm happy that a lot of people have found them so helpful. I do updates all the time, but just not on this platform. I'm on Instagram. So that's where they are. I'll put my Instagram in the comments in case you do want to see what my daily life looks like 3 years after my last chemo. So today I just had my 6-month follow-up checkup. I guess it's been, 3 years and a bit since my last chemo. I go for blood work 4 or 5 days before my appointment, and they check my blood levels on everything. Just to see if there's any flags or whatnot. So I do that, and I'll be doing that until I'm done my 5 years post chemo, and then I'm considered cancer free. So right now I'm still in remission. I've had no setbacks. I'm doing well. My hair is growing back. I've just had like trims along the way, so this is kind of how much it's grown in 3-ish years, which is exciting. I actually really liked going through the stages of my hair. I thought that was kind of fun. But right now it's at like an awkward length. I think that my cancer probably started when I was under severe stress, like maybe like 10 months before I was actually diagnosed. I don't have any medical proof to prove any of this. This is just what I think, and I think I actually know my body pretty darn well. So I think that's what started, and since I've finished chemo, I've been doing my art. I've been painting a ton, and that was really therapeutic for me, and I now do it full time. So I did go back to teaching shortly after chemo, like a few months after, 2 days a week while doing my art 3 days a week, well, pretty much 5 days a week. And then I increased to 3 days a week, and then I actually took a year off to do my art full time, and next year I'm just continuing to do art full time. I do love teaching, but the pace of the classroom is a lot, and I think I've found a love for doing my passion, which is painting, and running my own business too. So I now do that, and I think that has actually like caused no stress in my life, baby. It's just kind of like peaceful. I work away on it. It's got a different type of stress than in the classroom. It's not as demanding on me. And I think that's been really important. I'm trying really hard. And again, this is me talking about myself. I don't know if this is medically true at all or has any substance to it, but I just think for me, keeping my stress levels down is key. Because I think when I was as severely stressed as I was before I was diagnosed, I'm pretty sure that's just when my immune system was down. And I think that's when and why the cancer had started. So that's kind of my way to stay healthy. And I do basically exercise every day. I've got my doggo, and we walk or run pretty much every day. There's some things that I definitely notice, like shortness of breath. I feel like I'm super out of shape, but then I'm super active at the same time. So I don't know if that's related to chemo. I think I was very tired in the classroom all the time. But it's hard to know sometimes, like, what is life? Oops, probably shouldn't hold the camera like that. Okay, it's hard to know sometimes, like, what is life and what is caused by chemo. I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever know. So I just really closely monitor my symptoms. So I look for things like night sweats, because I had a few of them before I was diagnosed. I constantly am feeling my neck for bumps and lumps. And I still have my lipoma here, so that like freaks me out. If you look way back on my other videos, I talk about that. But I mainly feel around here. And if I don't feel anything hard and uncomfortable, and it's just soft and gushy, then I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. My hair was another thing that I do think was an indication that I was ill, was that it was just really thinning. And I mean, I don't have the best hair in the world, but it is a lot better than what it was before, so I keep an eye on that. Rashes, I don't know. I don't really get many serious rashes, and I feel pretty good. And I mean, I felt good before I was diagnosed too, but I did have way more like of these sneaky symptoms just kind of there. And I did lose weight. Like, I've gained a few pounds now, but I feel like it's like healthy, you know what I mean? So I think all is well. I think it's good. I think everything is good. And I just wanted to make a comment too, because I know a lot of people who have just been diagnosed or they're going through treatment now. It does get better. Like, I know treatment feels like it's forever and ever and you're counting down the treatments, but it does get a lot better, and there is life after cancer too. I do think it really hit me probably a few months after chemo. So like, you're looking forward to the finish line, you finish. And then for me personally, like, I had gotten my own place and I had no hair and I was single and I was trying to date, like not feeling or looking my best. There were so many life changes all at once. And I think those few, like 6 months after chemo were actually really hard mentally. Physically during chemo was harder, but it does get better. Once my hair started growing in and then it was this cute little cut, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And you start to feel normal. Like, there was bursts of feeling normal during chemo too, like on my off chemo weeks. And I really took full advantage of the time that I was feeling well. Like, I would go for hikes and I would stay active. And I think that was pretty key too to my success in chemo. Okay, this video is getting way too long. My point was to jump on and say all is well. And thank you for following along on my journey. And I am very active on social media, so if you do want to go check out my art stuff and my updates there, I do cancer updates on that too. I'm just not really like a YouTuber because I don't really like to edit my videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Ooh, there was one little thing that I did want to mention. There is this really high expectation from many people in the world that young, healthy cancer patients will just jump back into life and it will be completely normal. And that is kind of what I just said in my video, is that life does go back to normal, but I also just want to address that it's never completely normal as it was before. Lots of really good things happen, but it is something that is always kind of there and something that you do have to deal with. That being said, I see it as a life lesson that I have learned at a very young age, where most people are way older and they learn these horrible traumatic things, but it also helps give you a really good perspective of life. So I think I needed to learn that lesson, and I have learned that lesson, and I'm trying to constantly remind myself of that lesson, and I bring it with me throughout life. I don't think I would be doing art full time if it wasn't for what I just went through. And I just think it's important to recognize that life, it continues, it moves on, everyone moves on, but it will always be there. And I do think that I did feel a lot of pressure in like the workplace, that I go back in and I'm fully there and life just moves on, and that was hard. And I do think that it's a huge reason why I'm doing art now full time, because cancer did change a lot for me, and it did shift things. And I'm sure for those going through cancer or who have gone through it also get kind of what I'm saying. Life goes on, but it like is always there. Okay, that's all.